Ask any 10 people that you meet what the purpose of being in yeshiva is. Odds are you're going to get an answer like the purpose is to learn, the purpose is to grow spiritually, the purpose is to develop yourself as a person. That's all true. That's all 100% true, and I will not argue with that even one iota. I think there's one aspect of the yeshiva experience which is largely overlooked, possibly because it's so basic, possibly because it's so obvious, but it's important to acknowledge it and to think about what the implications are when somebody has to leave yeshiva. That part of the experience that I'm talking about is the social experience, the social aspect of being in yeshiva. Let's think about this for a second. Humans are very social creatures. Humans need each other. We need each other for concrete things, food, water, housing, whatever it is. There are the concrete things that we require other people to help us get. And then there's the emotional support that we need, the emotional interaction between people that we need in order to really be healthy people, in order to thrive. In yeshiva, the most basic unit you have is your chavrusa. You sit with your chavrusa, you make him think, he makes you think. You learn together, you grow together, you think together in terms of spiritual pursuits. But odds are that if you have a chavrusa you've been learning with for any significant amount of time, you did a nice amount of schmoozing also. You did a nice amount of discussion about things that are going on in your life. He would talk about maybe some things that are going on in his life. You helped him through some tough times and celebrated with him when he had the good things, and vice versa. There's an element of social support there which is very important for a person to have. On a broader level, you had the rest of the group that you may have been learning with, hopefully. You may not have been schmoozing with them as much, you may not have been talking to them about as deeply about the different things that are going on, but you were there for each other, you had the lighter moments with each other, you would laugh together, you'd discuss different things, they would appreciate your input, you would appreciate their input. You had essentially a network, you had a web of social interactions that would give you strength and would help you to be a functioning person. There's a basic assumption in the Gemara, Chavra the Chavra is like everybody has friends, everybody needs friends, and that's a basic tenet of society. That's a basic underpinning of how society works and how we function as individuals. Up until now, the yeshiva has been your mainstay of social support. The yeshiva has been where you go to get your social strength from, where you go to have your social needs met for a large part. Now that you're leaving yeshiva, that's not something that's as available to you as it used to be. And you're also jumping yourself into a completely different social situation, which you need to learn to navigate. And you're not going to get the same kind of social support from a workplace, from an office, as you might from sitting with a chavrusa and learning in a chabura. It's important to establish a chavra. Once you're leaving yeshiva, and when you're in yeshiva, it's kind of given to you, but now you need to be a little bit more proactive about really establishing a chevra, getting together with a good group of people who understand your stage of life and can connect with you on the level that you're at. Here's an idea. You can get together with other people who are at that same stage of life and form a mini chabura. You can look back at the old model of a musarvad, where people would actually come together and discuss different issues that they're dealing with, and everybody would give their input on how to improve in specific areas. That requires obviously a great deal of honesty and integrity, but if you're really and truly devoted to improving yourself and working on yourself beyond the time that you're in yeshiva, this can be a tremendously useful tool to have, and it can also help you to satisfy your need for productive and fulfilling social interactions.